Hi friends, welcome to Yuvaguru Maths Theory Lectures. We have theory and practical, two separate types of video lectures. In theory we cover the concepts and in practical we cover the examples. Both this theory and practical together are useful for CBSE, ICSE, various state boards across India and outside India as well. So anyone who wants to understand maths properly needs to download this Yuvaguru Maths Olympiad app. Let's focus on our today's topic now. Today's topic is introduction to graph. Firstly, what are graphs? You might have seen it earlier also in your earlier standards, that graph paper and drawing graphs. That's it. So basically, to understand it, it's that. Okay. Let's move on now. See, this is one example of graph: x-axis, y-axis, and the lines drawn between them. Okay. So what are different types of graphs? Firstly, these graphical methods. Representation methods are used to present data in a very efficient is very efficient in organizing the data and understand them. There are various methods. So instead of going through all the numbers, it's very easy to see the graph. It's said in English that a picture speaks 1,000 words. So a picture is always easier to understand. Okay. When we have to compare categories, then we use bar graph. Okay. When comparing parts of a whole, then we use pie chart. Sure, these questions are asked in exam. When you have to compare categories, which type of graph will you use? When data is provided in intervals, we use histograms. In case of data changing continuously over a period of time, line graph is used. When unbroken line is represented, it is done with the help of the linear graph. Okay, unbroken line means basically these last 2 points are same only. Line graph means data changes continuously, then line graph. Remember that much only. So graphs are basically a visual representation of data collected. Its purpose is to show numerical data in physical form so that it can be understood quickly, easily and clearly. Okay. What are bar graphs? Bar graphs is used to show comparison among two or different categories, right? We just saw this. Okay. Parallel vertical bars are used to represent the data or a bar graph on a bar graph. See, these are bar graphs. Separate bars separated from each other, and gray. These are all categories. Okay. Color of the car, number of cars. Parallel vertical bars are used to represent the data on the bar graph. The graph here represents the student's marks. That's okay. Now pie chart. In pie chart, a pie graph is used to represent the parts of a whole. Parts of a whole means the full is 100% and then we divide. A circle is used to represent the whole. A pie graph below is shown used to represent people's choice of television channels. The circle as a whole is represented by all the people who took part in the survey, means all these people. Out of that, 50% was some entertainment, 10% informative, 9 then news, 15% sports, 25%. Of course, this is drawn as wrong, because entertainment, if it's 50%, it should be a straight line, it should be a diameter, right? So this is a bit mistake, forget this. Okay, ignore it. The circle as a whole is represented by all the people who took part in the survey. Since it is a whole, sum of all percentages shown in the pie graph must add up to 100%. So if you add all these, it will definitely be 100%, because the pie graph is always 100%. What is a histogram? It is similar to bar graph, but only a slight difference. Histograph is nothing but a bar graph that is used to group numbers into ranges. It shows data in intervals like in the case of the table below. See this. What is the difference you are seeing between this histogram and the bar graph we shown earlier? They were separated. Here these are all stuck to each other, right? So that is the only difference. Histograms, all the categories are stuck to each other. See this, it's 40 to 45, 4, 45 to 50, 12. These are all categories and these are the frequencies or number of persons. So you see one important point over here, 40 to 45, then 45 to 50, immediately next. That's why these are stuck over here. And in bar graph, what did we see? Red, blue, these were all separate, nothing to do with each other, right? Okay. So the x-axis on the graph is labeled 40 to 65. That's okay. Means this is the interval. Okay, and y-axis shows the number of persons, or we call it frequency. A histogram is used to represent continuous data, right? 40 to 45, 45 to 50, blah blah blah. Okay. Now line graph, linear graph, line graph, one and the same. A graph where all the data points can be plotted on a straight line, single straight line, is called as a linear graph. For any two variables, the relationship means basically see this, all points on the straight line. Okay. So for any two variables, the relation can be drawn by constructing the tables of values if the rule of the relation is mentioned. At least 2 points coordinate should be known to plot a straight line. That's simple. Means we must know 2 points if we have to draw a line, right? These points must fit the rule. Must fit the rule means what? These points must satisfy the equation of the line. That's what it means. For example, these points over here, w, x, y, z, all these lie on the same line, so they fit the rule, right? Means if you substitute the values 2, 6, 3, 5 in the equation of the line, it will satisfy. Now application of graphs. Depending on how the values of variables change with respect to one another, we have two types of graphs: independent and dependent. Independent means independent variable is the one where its value does not change with respect to the other quantity, whereas dependent means the value does change with respect to the other quantity. Means what? See this, quantity of electricity consumed and the electricity bill, right? So electricity bill will be higher if electricity is consumed more, so these are dependent, right? But which is dependent and which is independent? Is electricity consumed dependent on electricity bill, or electricity bill is dependent on electricity consumed? So if you consume more electricity, electricity bill will be more. So which is independent variable? This is independent. Electricity consumed is independent and electricity bill is dependent, right? Similarly, this exams and studies. If you study, then you will pass in exam. So which is dependent? Exam is dependent on studies, right? So studies is a independent variable and exam is a dependent variable. Okay. The quantity of electricity consumed does not depend on other quantity, hence it is independent, right? So electricity is independent and electric bill is dependent. Electricity bill, however, changes with respect to the amount of electricity consumed, hence it is dependent. Graphs also have to establish relationship between two types of variables with the help of Cartesian plane. Now what is Cartesian? This Cartesian plane means this normal R plane, x axis, y axis. Okay. Now line graph. A line graph is the one which is used to plot the data that changes over a period of time. Now see the table below. 6 am temperature was this, 10 am temperature was this, 2 am temperature, means it's changing constantly. So in such cases, instead of plotting a bar graph, we'll plot the line graph because it's constantly changing and we can extend it further also. The temperature constantly varies over a period of time, so a line graph can be used to chart the increase or decrease in temperature over the course of 12 hours from 6 to 6. Time is on x-axis and temperature will be on y-axis. See, this is time, this is temperature. Easy to understand, don't waste much time on this. So what is Cartesian plane? Cartesian plane is formed and defined by two perpendicular number lines, x-axis and y-axis. Just now we said, see this, x-axis and y-axis, and this is known as the origin. These are called as the quadrants, first, second, third, fourth. See the cycle of going, it's anti-clockwise always, first, second, third and fourth. Okay. Now these are x and y axis are called as coordinate axis, and the point where the two axes meet is called as zero or origin. This, right? The two coordinate axes help plot any point in the Cartesian plane, means any point in this plane. How to represent a point on the plane? Plotting a point on the plane is an ordered pair number, means x and y coordinates. See this. Suppose if I have to show this point, -1, -2, means what? -1 from 0 on x-axis and -2 from 0 on y-axis. So this will be the point. I'll be able to locate this, right? Suppose if I have to speak of this point, then which will be this? X-axis is what? 3. So 3 comma minus 2. If I have to speak of this point, then it will be, let's say this where the mark is now. So 1 and 2, 1 comma 2, right? An ordered pair of numbers are used to represent a given point on a Cartesian plane. They are written in the form x comma y, right? First x, then y, always. Where x represents the x coordinate of the point and y represents the y coordinate. In simple terms, x and y coordinate explain how far from the origin the point is with respect to x and y axis, right? When you say 2 comma 2, it means it is 2 points on the right side of the origin and 2 points on the top of the origin, right? When you say 2 comma minus 2, so 2 points on the right side of the origin and 2 points below minus, right? So explain how far x axis. For example, consider the point 3 4. Here 3 is the x coordinate while 4 is the y coordinate. This means the point 3 4 lies 3 units from the origin on x axis and 4 units from the origin on y axis. The point is then plotted as shown below. See this, 3 from x axis and 4 from 3 on x axis and 4 on y axis, and it is plotted over here. Okay, so that was the theory on introduction to graphs. Download Yuvaguru Maths Olympiad app from Play Store to get these videos, test, question banks with explanations directly on your mobile. These video lectures contain theory and practical. Theory lectures contain cover the concepts and practical lectures cover the examples. Both this theory and practical together are useful for CBSE, ICSE, various state boards across India and outside India as well. Anyone who wants to understand maths better needs to download this Yuvaguru Maths Olympiad app. Follow us on Facebook on this link, WhatsApp us on this number for any query related to purchases. Keep studying, keep watching. Thanks.